Good evening. Today we will discuss data communication and networking. There are certain fundamental terms that we need to know before going into the details of data communication. Communication means sharing information. Sharing can be local or remote. Local communication refers to face communication between individuals. Remote communication takes place over distance. The term telecommunication, tele, refers to far in Greek, and telecommunication refers to communication at distance that includes telephony, telegraphy, television. Data, that is information presented at whatever form, is agreed upon by the parties creating and using the same. Data communication, exchange of data between two devices via some forms of transmission medium such as wire cable. For data communication to occur, the communicating devices must be a part of communication system made up of combination of hardware, physical equipment, and software that refers to set of programs. There are four fundamental characteristics on which the effectiveness of data communication system depends. Number one, the delivery, accuracy. Number two, number three, timeliness, and number four, jitter. If we are speaking about the first characteristic, that is delivery, the system must be capable to deliver data to the correct destination, and the data must be received by the intended device or user and only by that device or user. Accuracy, the communication system must deliver the data accurately. Data altered during transmission when left uncorrected are unusable. Timeliness refers to delivering the data in a timely manner, since late delivery of data are useless. Real time transmission implies timely delivery of data in the same order they are produced and without any significant delay. Example, audio and video. Jitter, when there is variation in packet arrival of time, we see there is loss of synchronization between audio and video. That means sometimes the video is played before the audio or vice versa. They are not happening at the same point of time. So, this uneven delay in the delivery of audio and video results uneven quality of the same. Now we will study about the components of data communication system. There are five components of data communication system: the message, sender, receiver, transmission medium, and protocol. So let us go into the details. Message refers to information or data that need to be communicated. It includes text, numbers, pictures, audio, and video. Sender refers to device or user that sends the data message, which includes radio transmitter, TV transmitter, computers, workstation, telephone handset, etc. Receiver refers to device or users that receives the message. It includes radio receiver, television, computers, workstation, telephone handset, etc. Transmission medium, physical path by which message travels from sender to receiver. That includes twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, or radio waves or air. Protocol refers to set of rules that govern data communication that represents an agreement between communicating devices. For example, whenever the sender and receiver has to communicate, they must abide by this set of rules known as protocol. The rules govern that at what destination the sender will send the message and whether the intended receiver has received the original message from the sender. These are guided by some principles known as protocol. Without protocol, two devices may be connected but not communicating. Now, data representation. Text represent a bit pattern, a sequence of bits, zeros and ones. The text symbols, that is the 26 alphabets A, B, C, D, and characters like hash, dollar, ampersand. These are represented in terms of set of bit pattern called code. Today, the prevalent coding system is based on Unicode standard version 16, which uses 168 scripts, 1,54,998 characters that includes Kawi, Mundari, Gare, Gurung, Khema, Kiratrai scripts. It includes emojis and ideographs in CJK, that is Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. It also includes Egyptian hieroglyphs. Numbers are represented in bit pattern by directly converting into a binary number to simplify mathematical operations. Images. An image is composed of matrix of pixels, that is small dots or picture elements. Each pixel is assigned a binary code. The size and value of the pattern depend on image, that is black and white, gray scale, grayscale, and color. Here we are representing a single bit representation of image. This can be either purely black or purely white. That means only 0 or 1 can be used for representation. This is a 4-bit pattern. This is a 2-bit pattern which refers to 4 different colors, that is including black and white. It refers to dark gray and light gray. That means 00 refers to purely black, 01 refers to dark gray, and 10 refers to light gray, and at last 11 refers to purely white. In case of color representation, it is a 3-bit pattern, binary pattern to represent 8 combination of colors. For example, RGB. R indicates red, G indicates green, B indicates blue. These 3 primary colors are used in different ratio. Are actually these are combined at different ratio or different percentage to produce a particular color. So here we are showing only when it is a 3-bit pattern, we are using red, green, and blue. It is capable to produce 8 combination of colors. when we need to extend the color combinations, more bit pattern has to be used. That means instead of RGB, we can use lighter red or lighter green or a particular proportion of blue which is fixed. Audio refers to something represented in sound signals. It is different from text and numbers or images. Something which can be heard through our ears. That means which can be perceived through our ears. We refer this audio. So there are certain category of sound which comes in our audible range. That means our ear can detect. Video means it can either be produced as a continuous entity or a combination of images, each at discrete entity, arranged to convey the idea of motion. Initially, when videography was introduced, several pictures were taken at a given interval, which is recording the different positions or movement of any artist. And when these are played at same interval of time, it represents a motion. Now, there are data flow modes. There are three basic forms of data flow or modes of data communication, that is simplex mode, half duplex mode, and full duplex mode. In simplex mode, communication is unidirectional. Let us represent. Only one of the two devices on a link can transmit, the other can only receive. Either entire capacity of the channel can be used to send the data in one direction. So here, as we see, the communication is in one direction, that is from device 1 to device 2. Device 1 act as a sender and device 2 act as a receiver. There is no option that device 2 can send data to device 1. So we say that the channel of communication, it covers the two only, it covers the data sent in one direction. For example, AM or FM radio, keyboard, television, etc. Let us see the half duplex mode of communication. Here, each station can both transmit and receive, but not at the same time. So, we are showing device 1 and device 2. When device 1 act as a sender, and at that point of time, device 2 will be acting as a receiver. So this is the direction of data from device 1 to device 2. So it can be conducted in a particular time slot in which device 2 cannot be able to send or transmit any data to device 1. That can be done in another time slot when device 2 will be acting as a sender and device 1 will be acting as a receiver. The direction of data will be from device 2 to device 1. So this will be in a separate time slot other than the time slot allocated for communicating device 1 to device 2. Now, full duplex mode of communication, uh, in both station can transmit and receive simultaneously. When one device is sending, the other can only receive, and vice versa. Either the link must contain two physically separated paths, one for transmitting and the other for receiving, or the capacity of channel is divided between the signals traveling in both direction. Telephone network, mobile network are some examples of full duplex communication. Now we will study about networks. Set of devices represented by nodes or terminals connected via communication links. Distributed processing refers to single task divided among multiple computers which are linked via networks. So the model technology are used when most networks are performing the same task through multiple terminals or multiple computers. That means in case of collaboration or collaborative decision making, the same task is shared between multiple users, and it is a method of brainstorming to take an optimum decision. So here distributed processing is very important whenever there is a collaborative decision making. Now, network criteria, that is performance. How do we measure the performance of networks? Number one, transit time and response time. Transit time refers to amount of time required for a message to travel from one device to another. And response time refers to elapsed time between an inquiry and a response. Throughput and delay. More throughput and less delay are often contradictory. For sending more data to the network, throughput is increased, but delay has to be increased because of traffic congestion. It may happen due to information overloading. Now, the factors which are the cause of this transit time, response time, and throughput and delay are number of users, type of transmission medium, capabilities of connected hardware, efficiency of the software. These four factors are influencing the transit time, response time, throughput, and delay. Now, how we measure the network criteria or reliability? Frequency of failures. The more the network fails, or if we find at a certain point of time the number of failures are increasing beyond a certain limit, we say that it has poor reliability. Time taken for a link to recover. There can be due to technical uh, disorder or due to technical glitch, there can be possibility of link failure. But whenever the recovery time is longer, it takes a prolonged time for recovery, it affects the quality or reliability of the network. The last and most important one is the robustness. That is network's robustness in a catastrophe. How far it can withstand in a critical situation with minimum delays and maximum throughput time or resulting minimum number of failures. Another most important part of network criteria is the security. So far, we have discussed about the performance and reliability. the next part is the security. Issues includes protecting data from unauthorized access. As I told, what is the importance of network protocol? That means the protocol sets the guidelines and principles for one device to communicate with the intended device. The another device is the intended device. Suppose A want to communicate with B, but unfortunately the message A want to communicate to B has been transferred to C, which it is not the intention of A. So it is due to unauthorized access, or the data is not protecting, or the protocol set is not strong enough to protect data from unauthorized access. That is why network protocol is very, very important for guiding the data flow from one end to another. Protecting data from damage and development. During transit, during the transmission, any data, if it is distorted or damaged and does not reach to the receiver, it can be said that it is not properly secured. Actually, this damaging or distortion happens if the data is not prevented from unauthorized access. Now, implementing policies and procedures for recovery from breaches and data losses, it guides the network security. Yes, it can be possible that some intruder who is unauthorized may get access of the data, but there must be certain restrictions to prevent the unauthorized user to get it access. It is the unauthorized access, say the hackers, they will always try to access a corporate network or a network used in the public domain, and once they get access, they can change, they can delete information from the system. So it is very much necessary that network must have tight security to avoid or to restrict unauthorized access and data losses. So we are concluding here. Thank you very much